The topic of my message today is living by the flesh or the spirit. On the sixth day of creation, God made the beasts of the earth and also man. Both were formed from the same dust of the earth. But there, the similarity ends. God never blew his breath into any animal, he just spoke them into existence. All animals were designed by the Creator to live by the instinct of the flesh, following the law which He placed within them. They hunt because of instinct for their survival. Birds migrate over thousands of miles. Fish swim across rivers and seas because of instinct. Ever wondered how this was possible without GPS? This navigational function was inbuilt within them from the time of creation. So they do exactly what they were created to do. But when God made man, He did something very extraordinary. He made man in His own image and likeness. Then He blew into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. God's intention was never that man should ever be ruled by instinct or impulse. God's intention was that man should be ruled by the Spirit, having fellowship with his Creator and live under the guidance of His Spirit. We were created for His pleasure and fellowship, and He gave us complete dominion over all His creation to bring glory to the Creator. Satan, disguised as a serpent, with his cunningness and manipulative words, came and tempted Eve to eat of the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, which God told them not to eat. Satan told them that they would not surely die, but they would be like gods. Pride was the very first sin that made man fall, and he was later driven out of this beautiful garden which God made Himself. Yes, God was grieved because sin pulled man away from the Spirit, back towards the level of instinct and impulse. That's why instead of love, there is hatred. Instead of self-control, there is uncontrolled desire. Instead of mercy, there is gruesome cruelty. Instead of holiness, there is unholiness. My dear brothers and sisters, listen carefully. Look and see what's happening in this world around us. Parents abandoning or killing their own children, while many animals fiercely protect their young. Wars, terrorism, genocide, where thousands of innocent lives are destroyed daily. Corruption, greed, where leaders steal money meant for the poor, hospitals, or disaster relief. Domestic violence, where spouses or children suffer abuse in what should be the safest place. Money for murder, revenge, or pleasure, while animals generally kill to survive, not out of hatred or greed. This is a reminder that people who reject God and live only by sinful desires can behave worse than beasts because they ignore this spirit God has given them. Romans 3 verses 12 declares, they have all turned aside. There is none who does good, no, not one. The biggest tragedy of our generation is that many people choose to live by instinct when God called them to walk in fellowship with Him in the Spirit. We people are worth nothing, absolutely nothing apart from the breath of God. Take away God's breath, and everything you boast in returns to dust. Your degrees, wealth, fame cannot replace the breath of God. Without God's breath, man is powerless. Every day of our lives, we make a choice. Will we live by instinct, allowing the flesh to rule us? Or will we live by the Spirit, allowing God to shape us into the likeness of Jesus Christ? You were made for more than survival. You were made for His glory. The dust gave us a body, but the breath of God gave us life with a purpose. Stop chasing the world. Instead, start pursuing Christ. Because when you find Him, you find true purpose. Remember, God made man as a ruler, not as a slave. And we are to be overcomers, putting everything under our feet. Therefore, take heed. Don't live by instinct. Live by the Spirit. Because the breath of God is in you. It is your greatest treasure.